y'all, it's me. I'm back. Reality with Krista Marie, and I just got done doing Jersey, so I'm back to do Vanderpump with my glasses on. It's too bright. Okay. No, you can't see me at all. Okay, anyway, so this is Vanderpump's recap of the episode that was just on, and as usual, well, not as usual, but it was starting to piss me off because I'm like, you know what, this stuff is irrelevant now. Who cares? This all is irrelevant. But it's starting to get to the point where, oh my God, like watching it is insane. Like Raquel just keeps giving us more and more content. And yes, I know that I don't know the whole story about her going into and putting herself into a mental, sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I had an hour to do this before this, but okay, so I heard Raquel right before this. I saw that she entered a mental health institution. Before I say anything else, I take mental health extremely serious. I am also a mental health person. I deal with mental health myself. And I recommend anybody that decides that they want to better themselves, fix themselves, or thinks they have an issue to get help. So nothing against her getting in there. I don't know anything else. I don't know what she's saying. Why? I have the air on and it's like still happening. So I don't know if anybody wants to tell me in the comments if they know about that or anything before I start the episode. Because I have thoughts, obviously, and I didn't put her in this position, but I'm not a bully either. But I have thoughts and I have comments to make, but I just don't want to be too harsh on her. So before I even get into it, just know that this is just coming from a content creator. I suffer with mental health, and I also am very self-aware, and I get help when I need it, and blah, 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 blah. So I recommend anybody that needs to do that. Especially if the situation that you're in is that situation. So let's get into it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Live on YouTube, live on Twitter, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. It will be on TikTok as well. Also, hit the comment, like, subscribe, hit the reality. Hit the notification bell. I see some people here, but let me see. What else is here? Anyone want to say hi? I mean, I can see who's here. I just don't call people out. But yeah. So yeah. Let's see what else I can talk about for a couple of minutes. Wait for people to get here before I start. You know what? I will. What was I going to talk about? Well, we just got done talking about Jersey, by the way. And we're talking about Thing Rat versus disheveled drug addict. What's worse? I think a disheveled drug addict is worse because there's a lot that's behind that word. Because you don't know, I know what people think about when you hear that. Like, you can think of a lot of things, come to a lot of conclusions. It's an open-ended thing. So when you accuse somebody, that is extremely irresponsible with no backstory or context. And I'm glad that Jennifer cleaned herself. But Rat, Danielle called Rachel when she was doing the exact same thing, being a rat, that's her definition of a rat. She was doing the same thing. And she was talking to Rachel. Anyway. So, all right, nobody's coming in yet. But anyway, I'm starting to recap. So this is Vanderpump. Again, like I said, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And my glasses are giving me a glare. But that's fine. If not, I'm not well read what I'm writing. So let's get into the episode. And anybody that gets into the comments, actually not, just one more minute before we start that. Give you guys one more minute. If anybody in the comments, here's what I'm asking you. If you guys, I have to look up the Raquel stuff. I heard she had entered in a mental institution or somewhere to get help. Somewhere to get help, and I am all for it. So I'll give you guys a minute to get here. Oh, hi, Aaron.
See how the mom.
Aaron, did you hear anything about the Raquel thing, about her getting
Yes.
Oops, let me turn this down. I don't want to say too much because I don't really know anything too much. I'm going to look for it real quick. The Raquel mental. To get help, I guess. Rachel. A little bit about it. I just didn't read too much into it. But before I start talking too much, I'm still have my opinions. Where'd I go? Oh, I'm back. Jeez. Raquel Levis. Obviously, I can't play it for you guys. Raquel Levis in a mental health treatment center. Let me just read it real quick. Well, you know what? I can play it.
Scandoval that rocked the world. Raquel for mental health counseling before her relationship. For months behind closed doors, all while Tom was in a 9-year relationship with Ariana Maddox.
Amazing. Anybody can benefit from that. So, I mean, she was planning on going before all this. Or maybe was it the break that Tom said you all were on? Could be that, because that would flip me out. Like, if I did what she did and risked everything besides my love for Tom Sandoval, and then he goes on a show, an interview with Howie Mandel, and says we're on a break. Okay, Ross, you're 40 freaking years old. Are you serious? First of all, dude, learn how to break up with somebody. Again, you're 40 years old. Every excuse that you gave on Howie, I get that's what you say to yourself in your head. And that might be all true to you because our perceptions are reality, Tom. I get it. That was your perception. That was your reality at the time. But that's a long ass time for that to be your reality. And I understand where you're saying that the fact that you said that you took her to counseling with her under the impression that you want her to change and you want her to get couples counseling. But then when she starts to do the things that you want her to do, you throw her under, you say, oh, she started you act like she's crazy for doing what you wanted her to do. Go to counseling so you guys could, she could know what was upsetting you. And really it was a ruse to break up with her in counseling, but you made her think that couples counseling was fixing things. And then when she does fix things, it scares you. The fuck out of here, dude. I loved you for so long, Tom, and I'm trying to find ways to not excuse your behavior, because that would be what you're doing. You're doing it for me. Because in my head, I'm thinking all the same things too. I'm like, all right, I kind of see where he's coming from. I kind of understand. But dude, what you're saying and the way you're going about it, them things are true that you said them things to yourself, and that's the way you thought. But the problem is you did this for so long. You worried too long. You just continued to screw her best friend. Why, knowing that she was going through these things, that she had these, instead of figuring out and ending what you have at home, as you take her to couple counseling and you make her think that, she starts to do the things that you're asking her to do. And she thinks that when she starts trying and then she does these things for you, and then you say, oh, well, it was too late. But she still thinks that that's the whole thing. That's why you went to couples counseling. So then when this happens, you say, oh, she started being the woman I wanted her to be. Well, that's what the fuck you went to counseling for, Tom. That's what counseling's for. Oh, so you opened up her eyes. Listen, I know you weren't legally married, and I'm the first one to say you don't have to be. You said you were life partners. You lived like a married couple. You were together for 10 years, that you had more things together than some most married couples do. Think about it. Eric and Tom didn't have shit together. You know what I'm saying? You had things that most married couples think. So the first sign of trouble where you want to break up, you're calling it break up when you were basically married. So yes, when you tell somebody that you might want to break up with them, they say, oh, I feel like they're going to feel like they're losing everything. They're going to feel like the end of the world. I don't want to be on the show anymore. Of course, that's going to be her first reaction. And it's probably a reaction valid because you lived like married people. It was not just a relationship. It's not just breaking up. It was a marriage. You don't just dip out when, like with Kristen, you became unhappy. Before I get into the recap, I needed to say that. You don't just dip out the first sign of trouble because, like you said, you may not have been married, but you lived like a married couple. You were life partners for a long ass time in Hollywood. And you perceived this, or you portrayed this relationship that we all thought was great because you guys were probably best friends. But you basically making her look like a crazy person because, yes, you said she suffers from mental health. She's admitted to that. But that wasn't going to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like I said the other day, her grandmother, her grandparents, that was still going to happen. She was still going to agree with her. That all was still going to be there. You're still going to own a house with her. You still have a brand together. All that was still all going to be there as you were fucking Rachel Raquel thinking about how you're afraid to break up with Ariana. Like, don't cheat. Just slowly go count. I don't know, whatever you have to do so you feel good about yourself breaking up with her, and she doesn't just do what you said you were so afraid of. And I'm like, well, dude, of course, if my husband came to me and said, after we went to couples counseling, and you made me think, okay, I start to fix myself, and then you then say I'm crazy for doing all that and thinking that like that I was supposed to know that it was a known secret that you were screwing somebody behind my back. No, I'm sorry. Like, and Erin doesn't watch Vanderpump, and Erin knows Erin has to know. She knows that I love Tom Sandoval. I don't fangirl over anybody, not even Hollywood. 2 people. It was Ryan Bailey, don't tell anybody, and Tom Sandoval. And it is no longer Tom Sandoval. And then it was Schwartz too. I was like, you know what? I still got Schwartz. Because I'm like, Schwartz couldn't have known, right? And then yeah, he found out a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, all right, Then I'm like, well, then Tom, Sandoval, you put him in a bad position. You put his integrity at stake, and he was probably dying inside, telling you to do the right thing and everything. And I'm thinking, there's no way that he was co-signing it. He was dealing with his own things, like he was going through a divorce, and his dad was sick, his brothers were sick. Yeah, okay, Tom. But then we find out that you were double dating, and then I'm like, all right, well, you found out in January. That's freaking bad. I was losing it over that. I'm like, oh, so he knew in January. Oh, okay. Then you find out you knew the whole time. And I'm still trying to excuse him. And I'm still trying to go, oh, Schwartz, you poor thing. Tom, Sandoval put your integrity at stake. Like he did a bad thing by letting you know. But then I find out that you were like, oh, you thought that him and Ariana were broken up. I'm like, oh my God, Schwartz, I feel like we could agree on it. Yeah, Jax. I really was like, every time Tom would say and do something more stupid, Schwartz, I was like, yeah, well, this was going on. Yeah, well, we know this about him. And then this episode comes along. And I'm like, and I'm starting to realize that he's not clueless. He really knows how hurt Katie is right now. And he's acting on Watch What Happens Live like, oh, Katie, yeah, I'm sure him and Sheena are a friend, or him and Sheena this, and they're good, and him and Katie are good, and he thinks this one and that one are good. And the way he just walks up to Katie's table, and he's like, after what he did, he walks up to DJ. Okay, let me recap, because I'm now getting to what he did. I keep seeing things, and I'm like, okay, I'm not looking at this with like la eyes. I'm not calling him like a mini Harvey Weinstein Sandoval. I'm not doing it like that. But I'm like, and I'm not looking at him with damaged eyes from Sandoval, because I'm pissed at him too. I'm looking at Schwartz like, all right, Katie, he just doesn't like you. He's not really an asshole. He just doesn't like you. And which is horrible, because that's his wife. But that happens when you're in marriage. They don't like each other. They loved each other, but they didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying? Would you shut the fuck up about my eyebrows? This dude. Do you know that when Kevin started coming here, my friend, I was cool. And I was like, yeah, love Kevin. He's cool. Like, he was joking around. It was funny. This is the second time you're fucking me about my eyebrows. And shut the fuck up. Seriously. You're getting on my nerves. But anyway, I love Tom Sandoval because and I hated Jax because 50% of it was the way he treated Sandoval. Remember? Because he screwed Sandoval's girlfriend, his best friend's girlfriend, his girlfriend's best friend, Kristen. Remember? Thank you. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better, because you also know how insecure I am. Yeah. And the way he treated his mom. And then I found out I'm still right, because he just started talking to her 5 years later. Anyway, let's get into the recap. Every time I put this up, I freaking glare on my glasses. But yeah, so anyway, let's get into it, because I love you guys, and you guys deserve a recap instead of me just running my mouth about what's going on in the recap, in my opinion. Can you still see me back here, by the way? Or do I need to sit up? Thank you. And no, it's not a wig either, Kevin. It's my extensions, because half of it's mine. So it would be if it was all not mine. So again, not a wig, my extensions. Thank you. Thank you. I know, I'm actually liking having a good hair day. I'm actually proud of the hair today. Usually I'm not. Yesterday was a different day. Today's good. Okay, so did you guys also say this was in the beginning of the scene? Did you guys see the Tom Sandoval touching Raquel's butt, or he either whispered something in her ear or he touched her butt? Yeah, that's wonderful. So we start out with this recap. Hello. Yeah, you can see me back there. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Erin. This is why. Listen, I feel like saying, like, how many times can me and Erin make each other cry in 1 week? Last week might have been a record, but I'm about to cry right now because I love her so much. I love her. Oh, let me just thank everybody else too. Like, Erin, thank you so much for being the marketing amazing person, friend that you are to all of us, especially me here. I would not be able to do it. I wouldn't probably still be coming back here and doing this if you don't, you're not obligated to do any of this stuff. And that's how I know what a real friend is. I never had somebody. You and Gabby have been and a lot of you have been more of a friend to me in the last 3 years than people that have been in my life for 20, 30 years. Honestly, it's like, and I know this because you guys do things that you don't have to do. You're not obligated by loyalty. You don't live here. You haven't known me your whole lives. You just do it because you actually are my friend and you actually care. And like, that's the difference. And people are like, oh, you don't know these people that well. Like, hello. People show you who they are and you need to fucking believe them. Like, sorry that you don't believe people that show you who they are. You believe what they tell you. People show you. And they have showed me who they are. And they are really true friends. And that's the difference. Like, I talk about this loyalty, blah, 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 and all that crap. Like the people in my life, everyday life, like, they screw me over all the time. I have to just get, it's like, I know who they are. Like, and they sit there and they tell me, oh, this and that, whatever. It's like, no, you showed me who you are. These people, when you say that those people, you haven't known them as long as that, well, they have showed me, they've told me, they've showed me, they've proven to me, and I'm not the easiest. Everybody knows I'm not the easiest. I'm really hard and tough. People say I'm tough on my friends. Well, no, I was tough on the friends that screwed me over. But no. You guys are true friends. I love you, and this is why. And I had to just say that because somebody that's actually been in my life again for a long ass time is dragging me and making fun of me on here. And I know he doesn't mean it, but I've made the comment twice now that it's on my nerves. And he's still doing it. Thank you. Yeah, off base, but let's go. So, okay. So, Tom Schwartz and Tom kissing. So Raquel and Tom Schwartz kissing. Now, again, that was supposed to be where it ended. Again, I know now that Tom knew about the affair. I don't believe that he was a definitely decoy, and I believe he knew he was a decoy because he knew at that kiss. So that's what we get when we first started. And we see everybody screaming and yelling like it's a great thing. Yeah, it was a great thing, baby. Maybe if we didn't know what we knew, and if Tom Schwartz didn't know what he knew, and if that freaking little whorebag didn't know what she knew, to sit there and tell us that you really had something going for Schwartz. Are you out of your effing mind? When Lala called you scary, this is what she meant. This episode is why why Rachel is scary. And why Tom is, because how do you go on an interview and say, you're on a break, you don't have a label, you guys don't know if you're going to be together now, you don't know if this is a real thing. What? So you mean to tell me you did that to your basically wife and your best friend, and for 9 months, and you motherfuckers aren't in love, and you're not going to say that? Now you're telling me that you're not going to put a label on it, and you're just taking a break, and you're on a break, Ross and Rachel? Ross and Rachel are on a break, guys. Dude, your asses better be in love. If you blew my life up and broke my heart like that, I swear to God, you better make it worth it to me. You better be getting married, right off into the sunset, go fix yourselves, whatever you got to do. But don't sit there and try to tell us that you are not together, you're not in love now, and you don't know what you're gonna see what happens. That's what you should have did 9 months ago. You should have said, let's take a break now. Let's stop now and figure this out. Let me figure out what I got going on here. You not screw everybody's friend, best friend, whatever, your friend's boyfriend, all the things, Raquel. Now you're on a break. Now you're going to decide see what's best for everybody and what's best for you. This is when Ross and Rachel go on a break. Not 9 months ago, before they blew up everybody's life and basically put everybody under integrity, boundaries and shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now you're on a break? Like, what? I would have, Like, I think Ariana at that point was probably like, fuck this. Like, now the heartbreak's over. Now I just hate you because you're like, now you're gonna fucking take a break with this bitch. After you should have took a break after you. There's a line like when you. I don't know how people end up sleeping with their husbands, their best friend's husbands. I don't know how this shit happens, right? I don't know how it happens because I think at one point, if there's something emotional, something I don't know, some kind of emotional affair going, I don't know. There's a line you just know that you just don't cross. You just back away. You don't ever cross that line. And then if you actually cross the line, you say, shit, we just did something and we're having an emotional failure. It's a crisis. And then the fact that we're doing it, we don't care. Like I said, you say, self, hey, self, you just did this and you don't care. Self says, well, yeah, that's a fucking problem. And you say, I don't know, self, I'm just going to keep doing it. And then you say, we were so in love that we couldn't stop. And then you blow us all up and you like literally around his whole life and you literally say now is when you want to take a break. You fucker. You should have did that 9 months ago. So screw you. You don't get points for that. And I really don't want to give her points for going into the institution, whatever she went into, because I feel like, you know what? Maybe there's a good thing. Maybe she's realizing, maybe she's watching herself back, right? And she's watching herself back as I'm going to get through this and saying, wow, I said some fucked up shit on this confessional. I did some fucked up shit. And it's not even that. It's not even over. I hear there's a whole conversation that's going to blow her mind she has with Ariana. Like, it just, I'm so, like, people really do, like, I really believe she has mental health. There's something up with her. Something is wrong. She laughed at inappropriate times. She thought that this was cool. She's obviously bragging. She obviously got some kind of, I don't think confidence, because it's not confidence. It's like fake confidence, but whatever it was, it misconstrued what she was feeling and made her think that this is what you do when you have confidence. You get cool enough to screw your best friend's boyfriend and be the villain on TV. So your little Scandoval sperm that you had inside you made you feel like Superwoman, that you were going to cheat on, you were going to be like the villain of the show, you're going to screw your best friend's boyfriend, not even in love with him, but first you were going to do it to Schwartz and you were just going to screw him. But you told Katie, I won't be in a relationship with him. I'm just going to screw your ex-husband. And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. I was like, fuck Katie. Katie can't tell you what to do. Raquel, you're a good person. I'm like Sheena. I'm like, you guys are assholes to her. Like, she's not that bad. Schwartz deserves a great girl. She deserves a great guy. Yeah, right? I feel your pain, Sheena. I don't even know these people. And I'm like, mind fucking blown. And I'm like starting to realize, oh, my God, Schwartz, Katie's right. Oh, my God, you're just a fucking asshole. You don't like her. You are literally like, you're basically gaslighting all of us. Like, wow, you're like, Katie was this, Katie was that, guys. You guys don't understand. She was a monster. But I love you, Katie. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Andy, holy shit. I never liked Andy. And I'm like, oh my God, Andy, if you don't punch him in the face right now, like, oh, I can't even get through the recap because I'm thinking of all the things and I'm like, this is like, people are like, oh, and I'm like watching Scandoval and I'm like, yeah, you're right. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't need to, you owe Ariana where you were on August 24th, blah, 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 blah. I get you. Yeah, in real life, yeah, you really don't owe anybody fucking anything. But in reality life, you do. You kind of, like, they don't have to scream at you. You don't really got to tell them anything. But these were your friends for such a very long time. And yes, Howie, these are not friends. Friends are, I understand what real friends are and what these people are. I get it. Like, it's hard to call somebody a friend. Schwartz is an actual friend. But you can be a friend and keep your fucking mouth shut and not show us who you really are. Like I said, people show you who they are and you're supposed to fucking believe them. And I guess David showed us who we were and I didn't believe them. Like, and then you meet them where they're at. Like, you meet people where they're at. Like, I always have expectations of people and it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I accept it because, like, maybe I wasn't always the best person in the world. So, like, like Erin, she's the best in everyone. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, sometimes I say to myself, I wish that I was not, and people say, and they'll say, she's never had anything bad happen to Erin. They'll say that nobody's ever screwed her over. Guess what? She's been screwed over in the worst way by one of the worst people that could do that to her. So Erin has had bad things happen to her. and she's been screwed over by people, and she still sees the good in people all the time. All the time. And I'm just like, no, fuck everybody. Like, I'm like, no, I'm like, Erin, nope, they're bad people. She's like, well, maybe. And I'm like, she's probably right. She's probably right. But like, she's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like starting to, I'm like, man, like, I really was, you know, I really like Tom Schwartz. And I was like, but I'm actually really starting to see, like, holy crap, Krista. Listen to what he says. Maybe this is what it took, right? All right, I need to get back to the episode. Hold on. Sorry. Let me get back to the episode because I'm having a little, like, I'm literally having a therapy session with myself over trusting Tom Schwartz. Yeah, like, exactly. I feel like he's trying to be too many things to too many people and himself, and you cannot please everybody. And he doesn't have to not support Scandoval. Like, no, dude, you don't leave your friend at a time like this. No, you don't. But you don't go out and publicly be just evil to all the people that he hurt about it. Because he, you know, because you were around his friend too. And no, do I expect you to tell on Tom? No. I don't expect you to tell on Tom. What I expected was Tom, once you found out, does not let all these other people in and they make them feel like they have to fucking hold your secret. Tom, Scandoval. Because you know Schwartz is, you know, Schwartz, you know, the fact that he kept kissing Raquel was like, Jesus, no, Krista, he's not a good person, man. Or he's just not an empty vessel, but a lost soul, you know? Oh, my God, I opened up the recap I got the wrong one. See what happens? See, this is, you know, I'll drop the link. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm dropping the link. Yes. Please do. Please put me back on track. Set me straight. Tell me that I'm not crazy, Larja. Please. I mean, no, you don't have to do that. I've asked too many. That's too much to ask. I know that I'm crazy. Never mind. Just put me. I go back. Get me back on track here. What did I just do? I did it wrong. Okay. See, I need you. Here it comes. All right, I'm gonna wait for Larja, guys, because I'm putting this down. Larja will help me do this recap. Tell me I'm not crazy, please. I feel like recapping is one thing. I will do it because there's a lot of things that Raquel does that I'm just like, holy shit. Like, this girl, and I'm like, and the whole time, like, we know now, and she knew, and Tom knew. Oh my God, he actually grabbed her butt. Or whispered something in her ear. One of the two. I don't know what it is. Did we figure it out? The candy washing thing cracked the case because she's good. I don't know who found that, but she reported it, and I was like, girl, oh my God, she's good. I was like, I didn't notice that, but I see it now. But yeah, I'm waiting for Larja to call in. I hate this thing. I need my glasses. Oh, the fact that they even went off and kissed again. Did you realize that they kissed again? Did you realize they made out again? I was like, what? It wasn't just one kiss. It wasn't to stick it up Katie's ass because you thought you had a connection with her. And she lied to us and acted like she had a connection with you. How could you two really think that when you both knew she was screwing Tom? You thought it was one night stand bullshit because you thought then it became an emotional affair and it wasn't a linear thing. Did Larja get the link? Exactly. And it was really freaking gross because it was like, she was like, oh, yeah, yeah, now I don't know now. I was really interested in Schwartz, but not now. Yeah, no shit. But why did you just kiss? That would have been great to say when somebody, we're not going to blame Sheena for it. You know, we're going to blame fake Sandoval or fake Schwartz kissing whoever. And the rumor getting out there that she kissed the Tom just to find out. And we're like, no. You know, we would never think that it was Scandoval. Like, we're gonna blame the person that started that actually saw you guys and started the Tom rumor. Us thinking it's Schwartz, and then everybody else thinking it's Schwartz, and then Katie going, hey, well, that might be a thing, and then Sheena going, oh, Katie said it was okay, and then the whole Schwartz thing comes along, but he's already slept with freaking Rachel Raquel, and here we have these episodes where she's all of a sudden has a different voice. She becomes Rachel, who she really is, not the person that she's been shown, not the Rachel. And then Ross goes on a show and he says they're going to go on a break. Now, if they're going to go on a break, first of all, I'd kill you if you told us we were going on a break. And number two, this is the time to go on a break was when you first fucking did it. And you said, oh, this is wrong. Let's go on a break. That's when you go, we're going to take a break and figure out what's going on. And then fix ourselves. And then, we're not going to put a label on it. Motherfucker, you better put a label on it. And God forbid if you say you're not in love with this girl after you literally blew your entire life. If it wasn't going to be that serious, what did you do? Why'd you do what you did? Like I said, it better be worth it. Like, I better be looking at you with a baby riding off into the sunset. This better be like white picket fence shit after you fix your issues, because Tom Sandoval the most extras. Like, fix your shit. And again, you did this with Kristen, and I thought, Kristen's crazy, so is Kristen. I get it. Not every guy can handle a girl. Like, it's hard, right? He's making us think that Ariana is just as crazy or as crazy as Kristen. Large, are you calling? Did I drop the link right? Did I drop the right link? Let me see. YouTube 8. Yep. Okay. Well, I'll wait for it, but we'll just keep going anyway because it was so disgusting. So she says in the confessional, lips are so soft. She said maybe something's possible. Yeah, okay, because nobody's going to keep that secret for you, honey. Whatever, dude. Anyway, so then we have Lala, Katie, and Christina, Ellie, and James, and Lala in a room, and Sheena calls and says, hey, by the way, Lala, did you hear that Tom and Raquel kissed? Why would you call and tell them that? Say that they didn't hear it. Say that Katie didn't see it. Why would Sheena say that? I was like, whoa. Okay. Well, now she's definitely not going to come because Lala's going to use that as an excuse to not go in places that Raquel's there. And she did. She used it as an excuse. But anyway, they were going to find out anyway. But Clint something, whatever I said. Anyway, she said, we'll talk about this tomorrow. But are you coming to this thing? Whatever. And Lala's like, no, not at all. But James mocking them. Katie was devastated, obviously. And when she says on the confessional that she wants to punch him in the face, I don't blame him. And she wants to set him on fucking fire. She wants to set them both on fucking fire. Actually, I'd really want to set them on fire now, Katie, after they just literally so recklessly decoyed for her and Tom. Listen, I believe that they completely were just reckless. They knew what they were doing. They could care less. Hey, girl, all my crew is here. Like, they were reckless. They had this kiss. And now, Katie, yes, now I agree, set their fucking asses on fire. Because they legit hurt so many people. Oh, look who it is. Oh, she agrees. They legit hurt so many people on top of what they were already doing. Just to freaking what? Decoy the other bad thing that was going on? Like, dude, James was right. Like, that's another thing. So here we go. Like, Brock confirms exactly like when Brock confirmed to Sheena, they call back Lala and asked why people were cheering them on. Brock says they want Tom Schwartz to be happy. No, that's not. We don't want Tom Schwartz to be happy because now we know that he was literally being a real decoy on purpose. Not even a decoy. He was getting his Schwartz back, getting your Schwartz back and sticking it to the man, meaning Katie. He says he's sticking it to the man. Naughty loves here. Maybe she can probably get me back on track and like calm me down.
I wish I didn't.
Hey, girl.
Look, I've been watching this show for years.
Oh, no.
The last thing I saw was the
I
whole
can't hear
setup
you.
of
Can
the
you guys
kid.
hear us?
Can you hear me?
Let me make sure I don't have something. You might be muted.
It could be my tablet.
Hold on. Let me know what you guys can hear.
Let me try
You guys can hear me, right? I can't hear you, Nazi.
Hold on.
Let me put you back out and pull you back in again. I'm just gonna. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, you're muted. You have yourself muted.
Can you hear me?
Now you're unmuted.
Can you hear me? No.
You can hear Naughty? Oh no, I can't hear her. Hold on, it could be me. Hold on. It could be me. I might have the speaker wrong. Give me a second. Hold on. Oh, good. Can see you guys can. I can't hear you, but you guys can talk about the episode for a second while I try to figure this out. Hold on, because I'm gonna need to hear you for a minute. Hold on. Audio speaker. Here we go. Not that. Oh no! What the heck? I can't do that. Uh-oh. Naughty, are you probably talking? No. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't hear you. Crap. My mic's working right now. I know it's something with me. Let me remove something. Hold on. Darn it. Did I get it or not? No. Ah!
How can you hear me?
See, it's something. It's mine. It's something with me that I can't hear you.
I'll try.
That
I'll try
sucks.
from my phone.
I don't know how to fix it. But you can keep talking. Keep talking. Let me try one more thing. Let me get back out. I don't know. Yeah. You guys still hear me, right? Let me try to fix this. I know you can hear me. I have something with my speaker because I have been using headphones to record the podcast, and I screwed up the speaker part, and I forget how to fix it. But give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to continue to talk, but I just want to see. I'm not going to be able to tell because I don't have anything on there. You guys can still hear me. So that's not going to work. You know what? Maybe that sucks because I literally want to. I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let me see. I know it's not going to work from my side. Naughty came back in, but I'm going to. Actually, let me try one more thing. One more thing. Not that. I'm just going to do another speaker. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to disconnect it after this live. And restart it over. Okay, you can probably still hear me. You see me? Naughty. Let's see. Okay, you guys hear me? Naughty, can you hear me? Oh. I can't hear you. You guys could probably hear Naughty, but I cannot. Which sucks because I don't know why my my Bluetooth is like connected and it's like retarded. I'm so sorry about that. I mean, because honestly, like my brain is so scrambled with this stuff, and the only way to fix it was to completely stop my live. Unless anybody has thoughts, what happened is I had my Bluetooth was connected, and that was considered my speaker, and I changed it to, and I put the default speaker on, and that I couldn't hear, but you guys could, and then I just went to my Bluetooth speaker, even though that's not connected, to see if I could just hear it again. And so, yeah, I apologize, guys. But just so I know, I feel bad because I definitely cannot get back on track. But let me see what you're saying about Tom Schwartz. I'm sorry, Naughty and Larja. But I feel like he's making, I know, and that's what I wanted to say. Like, I felt like he was making a lot of bad decisions. But, okay, so when he walks up to James, and he kind of denies having the kiss with Raquel, it's like, dude, why are you acting like, let's go Naughty back and see if it works again. Let me see. I wish it would work.
Can you hear me now?
Naughty. Oh, no.
Still?
I can't hear you.
I don't know.
It's my speaker. I act like you can't hear me. It's my speaker. I know. I love you so much.
Okay.
I know because I'm so off track and my brain is so scrambled. but I would have to completely I'd have to disconnect everything and start over.
Hold on, let me try one more thing. What is
I have I connected my Bluetooth speaker at one point, and then it's not. I don't have my Bluetooth on, right? I shouldn't. Maybe I don't. No. Oh, wait a minute. Say something.
Hey,
No, I
nothing.
can't hear you.
It's okay.
Good idea. Plug in my headphones. That is a freaking good idea. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Okay, give me a second. Wait. I'm good. Naughty, you can see your talk about Vanderpump. I'm an asshole. All right, hold on. Getting them.
I mean, if everyone can hear me, Vanderpump has been a hot mess for years. It's been set up for relationships for years.
All right.
I think the whole Raquel situation was a setup, but I was tuning in to get a recap of this week's episode because I missed it.
All right. That's not connecting. All right, I'm calling.
Does anyone else think Katie is a miserable person?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh no. I was nervous. All right, guys. Guess what? I heard you for a second, but I shut it off. All right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
You guys can. Yes.
Yay!
Yay. Okay. You can hear us both, right?
Oh, Erin says they hear us both.
Yay. Okay. Here, got the headphones on. Okay, where was I? Okay, how are you guys? You guys need to follow Naughty Love, her channel, Naughty Love Movement. Please, guys.
Hi.
Put it in the. I know. I have a portable air conditioner because I don't have central air and the window units are a pain in the butt. So I bought a portable unit by myself, drug it up the damn steps, brought it into the stupid room because, of course, people make fun of my fan all the time because I'm always hot. And we're on the East Coast, guys. It's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees.
Right away. The summer's here. Hey, Kylie.
Hey, I'm so excited now. Listen, Schwartz is a bad. Listen, I'm starting to feel like Schwartz is an asshole. And he just doesn't care. And either he's fighting with himself about who he, like I said, who he wants to be, or who he really is, or who he thinks he is. But I now see what Katie feels that nobody else sees. She's they think I'm the crazy one. Marge, are you there?
You know,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry. There was an echo, huh? I was like, why do I hear two of her? I was like, because you got two windows open. Hi, you guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. So you were saying you're hot like who?
It's 90 degrees here, girl.
It's 90 degrees here. And
not normally, though. It's not normally that hot now. We're not prepared. Okay.
Right.
We don't like to sweat. We don't like to feel gross. We don't know. No.
Is it a humid hot?
Yeah.
Or is it a dry heat?
No.
It's a humid hot. But it's the first hot that we've had. So we're not used to it yet.
That's how oily my skin is. That's from the sweat.
Yeah. And I was not going to be uncomfortable even more and not wear my glasses because the glare usually bothers me. But yeah. So, all right.
Well, you both
watched the episode, right? Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm actually feeling my hair today. Thank you.
Jersey in the heels. Yeah.
Listen.
What's good, Naughty?
Why in the world, is it me? Schwartz is an asshole. Because, listen, and Raquel, whatever the sperm did to her, makes her think that what she's doing, this confidence is giving her this false, I don't know what it is, false confidence, but it's not confidence. It's something else. You're, walking into the room telling Katie the swim up bar. The only one that has a swim up bar, that's the one you're not allowed to go to. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of funny. But you're literally saying that you were into Schwartz when you both fucking knew that Sandoval's, you know what I mean? You both knew at the wedding that there was something going on. And you're going to try to confessional screw us and go, oh yeah, I was really into her. It was really a real thing. It was a real thing, guys. I was really into her.
Yeah.
I felt like a dirty old man. No, what now?
Did you hear about the dressmaker who was there for Sheena's wedding has broke his silence with the guy from Bravo who used to have the show with Andy Cohen's got the 411 song lady? Remember he had a show like the Flipping Houses, Jesse or
Oh,
Jeremy
yeah,
or
yeah.
and he had that show about flipping houses, and then he got some paint, and then he had another show about flipping houses. I can't remember his name right now, but
Okay.
anyway, he has a podcast. And on his podcast, the dressmaker for Sheena was staying at the same hotel. Hi, Aaron D. Was staying at the same hotel as everybody else. And on their way to like a dress fitting or someplace like that,
Mhm.
Jeff
they
Lewis.
ended up seeing them getting off of the elevator, kissing, and they were like, you know what I mean? So they didn't say anything, but they said they saw that, and they know for a fact it was Schwartz
Really?
because the mustache.
Hold on. Literally, I had a puzzle.
If there's a mustache, then that's the time it was.
Schwartz is a jerk. He's a selfish jerk.
I'll be back.
He's such a freaking. He's like a man child for real, like a real live man child. He's like a real live one.
And I think Katie was this holding out hope that he would grow up one day. But Katie got some mean girl tactics about her too. She's not innocent.
Oh yeah, yeah. They kind of deserved each other. You get what you give. You attract what you need. Opposites attract.
Yeah, Jeff Lewis is.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can be exactly the same and live in the same house for 30 years.
I think it was overboard with Sheena and this wedding. Like, she just completely got on my nerves with her bridezilla ways. Like, it's just like, oh, you're not allowed.
Is bad. I didn't think she was a bridezilla. I didn't want Katie there either. Katie did not need to go after the last time that she went. Honestly,
She didn't need to go. But
she
could have paid her dust. Because she has the free right to go wherever she wants.
She has a right to go wherever she wants, and she chose to go there and constantly be a dark cloud over everything she had access to. I was surprised that when they finally had the wedding, she said, that was nice. And then the other lady said, oh, yeah, that was nice. And then Katie said, yeah, that's because weddings are nice. You know what I mean?
The way her wedding was nice, when she knew she shouldn't have married this guy, she knew he wasn't ready to be a husband. I mean, they can't even get the restaurant together to open.
Well, you mean the sandwich shop that she said they were supposed to open, and instead he went and opened it with...
I'm still here, sorry guys.
I need to get twisted. And instead he went and opened it with Tom Schwartz, Sandoval. Yeah.
I would have divorced him too.
Well, that's one thing we were saying on somebody's channel was at least Katie.
I also didn't realize how many people. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, isn't me? I miss Jax because at least with Jax, you knew what you was going to get. You know he going to cheat. You know he going.
Well, I kind of like that we have a new cheater, a new villain, enjoying a new everything because. Jax was so predictable. You know what I mean? This was totally unexpected. And look at us. Look at us. All of the whole world. I bet this is worldwide. Like candy. Tastes like candy. I can see it when I watch. Anywhere I go, even overseas.
It's like
Anywhere I go,
we getting feedback.
Oh no! It's echoing again. Okay. Is that me?
I know. DT said it. I need all of them to get a free STD test. I'm with you because everybody is with everybody. It's kind of like the Kardashian tree. Everybody ultimately
we're shutting that off. Okay.
Yeah, for them to continue, for them to have the empire of Vanderpump Rules based off of
TV
what
will
they're
knock it off.
crucifying these two people for is beyond me for one. How you get them is how you lose them too. Okay, Ariana? Because Krista Marie, I sent you the clip also of the lady that pieced together after Pretty Doubt. I don't know why they needed to dust her off, but they dusted her off and she's been going everywhere. They said she
All
even
right, I
filmed this
better even
season, and
watch.
I'm like, has she done reparations? Has she made amends to Faith Stour? Has she? At King of Faith Stowers? Has she?
Do you guys think James is really into this girl or he's love bombing her? Because I really feel like he's love bombing her and he's on his way. Huh?
He's weird. He's like this. He's so weird. He's like, kiss me. Kiss me. Can I kiss your forehead?
Remember
Can I touch your
Raquel
hair?
was like that. Remember Raquel was green
Kiss
like
me.
that in the beginning?
She was like, no. She literally did that to him this time, you guys. It was hilarious. I loved it. She was like, especially in front of other people. She knows how weird that shit is. He is love bombing her. You're right, Naughty.
Mm-hmm. He love bombing her. He moved on too fast and he's scared to be alone.
I'm so sorry, guys.
And he's a narcissist because he thinks he does nothing wrong. He thinks he has control of his alcoholism, and he's a slippery slope. He's one drink away of ruining his whole life. He better pay attention to his genealogy, because if his mom was alcoholic, that means it's kind of in his genes, you know, the chemistry and things like that. But he feels like he can handle it all. He never wants to be held accountable for anything.
That's true. I can't.
You're talking about.
They keep giving him chances. I don't know why.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's a womanizer, and he's a chauvinist too. Like the way in past seasons, the way he has treated like women and talked to them. Ooh, couldn't be.
Well, that's why I'm glad Jax isn't on the show.
I mean, seriously, people keep giving him props for starting a podcast literally during this to monetize off of this. Why are you giving this guy props? He literally just took a scandal and is trying to make money off it, and he makes literally no sense when he speaks. He's making Ariana think Tom cheated on her the entire time, and he knows that for a fact, when we don't know if that's true. He's irresponsible. And,
I just think he doesn't care how he affects other people, quite honestly.
No.
I think he's spoiled and entitled. And his
that
parents
is all true.
Gave him everything, and he's not used to hearing no. And they're trying to be like good parents now that he's an adult. It's just too late. The seed is planted. He's who he is. So until he realizes like that he needs to fix things with himself, he's gonna carry on.
I know I keep saying, it's like, these aren't mistakes, people. Mistakes is making a left instead of a right. Like, at this point, these are character flaws that these people either, like, they have to live with themselves or not. If they want to fix it, they can try. But, like, the mistakes that Scandoval made went on for a very long, like, 9 months straight, 10 months straight. And then to find out that Schwartz co-signed it for a really long time, like, these aren't mistakes. Like, these aren't, oh, shoot, I fucked up. Like, yeah.
No, but I mean, come on, it's the good old boys club. They're gonna cover for each other, boy code. Okay, they do it every season. They're always covering for someone else's cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I okay with him standing by his friend, but like, you don't have to be out there and like going all extra support for your friend, like saying ridiculous things about, you know, like, give him a hug if you see him, and you know, Katie loves me, and Ariana's not mad at me. Sure, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you can support your friend, but like, you don't have to sit there and like go all extra and just show us how much of a dick you are, and show us how much you really didn't care what he was doing.
Can I give you an honest assessment about that, especially with Schwartz and Scandoval? Scandoval will cover for him until it affects him directly or his reputation, and then he'll throw him under the bus. He did the same thing with Jax. Remember, he kept outing Jax about all his cheating on Stassi and everything.
I mean, I'm okay with Schwartz being a good friend to Scandoval. Like, do I think Scandoval would have did it for him? No freaking way. He would have been telling him he's a piece of shit every day. Do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right thing. You're a piece of crap. You got to tell Katie. You know what I mean? And he would have made him feel like crap about it.
I don't think he liked Katie enough to demand that Katie know anything. He would be like,
to be right though.
What did he run back and tell every time he made out with somebody? So I mean, because his lips were getting around town. You know what I mean? And that was part of what she knew about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this too, that was more like a marriage to be like more like a 10-year partnership instead of a marriage, not just a boyfriend girlfriend where like, hey, I'm cheating on you because I'm not happy. Like you don't just bail on this relationship because you weren't happy. Take her to couples counseling, make her think to do things right. She starts to change. Like that's where it all goes wrong for me. Like there's so many decisions that were made. I'm like, oh my God, I can't excuse this anymore. Oh my God.
One decision they made, right? They decided not to procreate. I was happy about that.
Now,
didn't they try and she couldn't? And she was like, wasn't there a season where she was like, oh, I don't think, didn't they try? I don't know. I'll have to.
She wasn't, she didn't want to have kids like, kind of like me. Like she just didn't have that like drive or whatever. And I think maybe she froze her eggs just in case she did with him. But he said even that, like, all of a sudden she wants to freeze her eggs, and I was like, and you're mad about that, like, and you're gonna call her crazy now. You did make her go to couples counseling, and she started to change, like you kind of like thought she was supposed to. Like
Switch just kind of strikes me as the forever bachelor. Like he's gonna forever be single.
Just be single, stay out of relationships.
And he definitely has this pattern established because the girl did a side-by-side of what the reasons were and how he got with Ariana and cut it with how he said on Howie Mandel's show, how he got with Raquel. And so it started on the one with Kristen. And he said, we just came together and we were just like drawn together. And then on Howie Mandel, and he said it was just like we were magnets and we were drawn together. And then he said, and I just, and everything that he said to Kristen verbatim, he said to Howie Mandel.
Yep. I'm glad you brought up Kristen because remember she was like a stalker for years.
Like, dude, grow up then. Learn how. Like, this isn't another relationship. This was something like I don't know. I mean, grow up, dude. Then learn how to be a grown up and handle your business. Like, it just I don't know. I guess I just have like.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Especially because they're restaurant owners, they're not compelled to be committed to anything because they have so much being thrown at them. And the fact that they're on TV, women are flocking there trying to, put their spotlight on it. Their 5 minutes of fame. They don't care what cost. They'll give up the cootie cat, everything, just so they got 5 minutes on TV with them. So they have no reason to be committed to anything or anyone. They just are going to live a Playboy life. I could see them trying to recreate the Playboy mansion. I swear.
Do it. Bring Jax with you, please, because
or at least the odd couple.
It's weird. Is it me? I feel like they're attracted to each other on another level. Like they're taking romance to a whole nother place. Because Scandoval, I always felt like he was bi, and that's just my opinion. They do a lot of like.
Yeah, he totally gives that vibe. And he loves wearing dresses
on their butts and stuff like that for Jax to eat. Like that's weird.
Yeah,
the guys I know they don't hang out like that.
I don't care if you were like no. There's nothing. You can. I don't care if you're my husband. I'm not eating nothing. No.
No, but they're very touchy feely with one another when they're on vacation alone. The boys.
I mean, I was all for it. I was all about it. I was all for it. I thought he's a good friend. They love each other. Just they're very,
You don't think it's a little extra? I think
but like, look, I'm extra too, though. So I'm always telling my friends I love
James for sure.
Like, I love you.
What's good, Shavy? What's good, DT?
Hey, Shavy.
Look, she said, and James.
I even agreed with James though when he said, "What, dude? Like you made up my ex-fiance, and then you're gonna touch my leg, and then ask Allie to side with you, Schwartz." I'm like, "No, I'm like, this is what I mean. Like, Krista, this dude's not nice. Like,
it's a whole bunch of
not just me.
It's a whole bunch of.
He doesn't really care. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel bad because like every time I find out something new that Schwartz found out about the thing, like, oh, we found out that, I was like, oh, that's bad. Oh, we found out in January. I was like, that's really bad. Oh, we found out in the very beginning. I'm like, well, now I can't really say anything because like now it's like, and then I'm like, all right, well, Scandoval put him in a bad position. He had other shit going on. His brother's dying, whatever. Like, yo, don't be mad at him. I know my paper's off. You're absolutely right. Like,
they always put themselves in positions where they're compromising their relationships because they are immature. They are good old frat boys.
If any of you bitches ever put me in this position, I'll kill you. Don't ever make me. I don't want to listen. I love you, but please don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know. I don't know where the body's right. Nothing. I love you. I will engage in the dirt, but I don't want to know where it came from. I don't know where you got it. I don't know who did it. I don't know where it was there. Don't tell me anything. Because when my friends do that to me, I'm like, shut up. La 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 la. I don't know. Don't get me on no freaking perjury shit. No. I'm not going to perjure myself for you one day. Don't put me in a position where I have to perjure myself one day. Like, no. I'd be pissed. Like, as I'm saying, like, that's a long time to put your friend in some position like that. That's a little just extreme, but like, I'm telling you, you'll never do that to me. I love you and all. I will back you up to the end of time. Just please don't ever put me in this way to do that. Anyway,
you know?
Like, I love you. I don't need to know. But like, that's what I mean. And I'm like, Schwartz, he put your integrity at whatever. Your integrity is at risk. But for 9 months, then you double dated. You're acting like he snuck Raquel in. He smuggled her in to Big Bear on your double date. Hello, how are you a decoy when you're screwing Joe? Again, how was he a decoy when he was screwing Joe? Like, there's so many things wrong with him hip-pussing Raquel. Like, what in the world?
It doesn't seem like Raquel was like exclusive with him, was she? Like, or did they like have a full-blown relationship? Who knows? You know,
she was literally. I'm mind blown by her confessionals.
Yeah.
How would you not know if you're? Why are we
amazing? She's amazing. You know, but I actually was upset with James. I did not appreciate James and his telling off and questioning of Raquel of anything.
I don't
wasn't
appreciate
with that.
It's like he want to be able to
no.
Yeah, he want to be able to do whatever he want, but when she do it,
and they're broke up. So okay, here's
He's right though, but not coming from him. Not coming from him.
No, he has zero rights. So he's sitting next to a girl he met 3 weeks after his ex-fiance, and it's like, I love you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. All right. And then when his ex-fiance gets approached by Lala, who thinks she's Tupac, and she's not.
That Lala on the last ever loving nerve. Okay, go ahead.
Right? Oh my God. I smashed her boyfriend. I just wanted to let you know to get it off my chest.
He's a gold digger.
This isn't going to change anything in our budding relationship, is it? So anyway, Katie, like, she did that smooth how she did that. And I was like, and then she didn't want Raquel to have a reaction over that. And then when Raquel sits him down, because I feel like, I'm telling you guys, I feel like Raquel snapped you guys. Then when Raquel sits him down and says, you know what? I found out that you smashed Lala. Yeah, she came to me and she said that you smashed Lala. And he's like, yeah, I did. So what? You know what? I'll do it again too. Oh, I do it again. What, you gonna cry now?
And Lala sucks. She sucks because she's a willing participant in this mess. She's a SLUT. I will say it like that.
I don't think she'll go to the highest bidder for something that was going on. She did no more or no. Didn't Kristen do like everybody she's doing? I mean, she may as well just be following in Kristen's footsteps at this point. She hasn't done like that many people. Who knows if it's really all the way follow through or just makeout sessions. So I don't think slut shaming is something we need to do with her when people want Jax. I mean, why is it okay for us to know we're going to get that with Jax, and now to find out that this is something Raquel has landed herself in? And I'm telling you, after that talk, she went someplace and she probably broke down over somebody's house. And that might have been the first time Tom was like, oh, Raquel. Maybe that's what all sparked the thing. And so then she's thinking, oh, you know, this is how the people exist in this group. Everybody smashed everybody. And you know, she heard the story about how Ariana got him. And if he's in her ear talking about, oh, you know, we're not that close, or present to see, oh, they're not that close. They're living separate lives. So when he's talking about, see, we're living separate lives. She doesn't even care that you're here. Look, we can kick it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
I say
I'm
that
not
first.
excusing anything. I'm just saying that she's a younger, impressionable person, in my view. I know that she also is calculated and conniving, in my view. However, I'm feeling like something in her wasn't like this. This hasn't been her. She didn't cheat on James all day. Where did this come from?
Oh,
She
Raquel,
didn't do
she's
that.
Are you talking about Raquel? She's emotionally unstable, and I'm concerned about
Yeah,
her.
and I'm glad
And
that
she's
she
looking for
checked into the
ways.
place that she did. Allegedly, she checked into the mental
There's
place.
definitely
But
something wrong.
then they said
Yeah.
that it's a freaking retreat and that Tom is going to meet her there
They're
next
never a
week.
retreat. Listen, I've been to a lot of these places. Like, they're not all. I mean, if she really digs deep, she probably needs to do this. She probably should have done this a while ago. But
Yeah,
I'm all about fixing yourself. But like, I think it's a while. I think there's like way more. It's not. I think she'll have to do more than just this place. You know what I mean? I think she's going
right.
to have to continue on, because I mean, at 28, at least you know common decency, like that, like hygiene decency. And even at 28, you should know these things that you don't know at 28. Like, and you shouldn't think that it's cool to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't boast about that stuff.
I don't think
I think she
that
was
she
really
thought it was
heartbroken behind
cool.
James.
I do. I think she thought this was the cool girl thing to do. I absolutely think that's what she was on
I don't
her.
know if it was like I thought she thought it was the normal thing to do in this group. I don't know.
It's not.
And
They're
I
like, they're
still don't, I don't
married.
think they were smashing at the wedding. Everybody's trying to make them smash at the wedding. But now with this new kiss information, I'm like, possiblement, they may have
I'm
been
sure they did.
smashing at the wedding. That would be, because that would actually make Tom, if he was already stirred every time he saw her, because they had just made out at boys' night at the
They,
Metreon or whatever that place was.
Mhm.
And that's when he got locked out of his house and they ended up making out in the backyard. And he
Yeah,
said nothing
Ariana's fault.
happened. They made out, but then she was on his mind. And then they went to the wedding, and then he kissed Schwartz. And that could have made him be like, I want to be the one, like that, like here. And then maybe he was like, just like hurried up and went to her, like, because it sparked something like, oh, I'm going to lose her to Schwartz. You know what I mean?
Competition.
So he probably like went all for it after that, I think maybe.
Like,
And
you're
he
40 years old, you had a girlfriend for 10 years that you say is your life partner, then you need to act as if. You don't just say, huh, my
Right.
best friend. And that makes me wonder more. You freaking break up with the situation you got and then go play
Exactly.
around. Listen, sleep
Don't
with
be a
everyone.
Tom.
Sleep with 30 people a day. I don't freaking care.
Right.
But don't have a situation at home, and don't continue to get in situations with women and other people and claim you're this great single, like stand up boyfriend. And then if you want to play around, go play around. But just don't be in a relationship like Jim Evans. Jim Evans on his 5th marriage and his 5th cheating. If you want to be with your twisted dudes, stop marrying women or do what you want to do. If your wives are okay with it, then that's cool. Do what you want to do, dude. But stop cheating on people and getting married at 50 years old. Be happy and go do what you want to do and be happy. You know what I mean? Because Jim Evans isn't happy. Look at him. He looks miserable. So, like these men, if you want to go do your thing, you want to screw Raquel, Rachel, whatever, then get out of your relationship and go do it. Have a Tom sandwich. I don't care. But stop being in a relationship with somebody that has done nothing to deserve the Tom sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, Larry shouldn't have to be hurt by all that because you want to go play around and screw Tom and Raquel and Rachel and Ross.
And they knew she was fragile.
And then you go on TV and say you're on a break. Now you're on a break. Not when 9 months ago when you first did it, you thought to yourself, we should maybe stop and take a break, Raquel, Rachel, whoever you are.
What about Sandoval and his relationship, the long term? Like, it's just like, what's the end goal for you guys? You don't want to get married, you don't want kids.
You mean Ariana and Tom?
Ariana opening business. Do you think she's like this new renaissance, or do you think she just realizes that Sandoval will never grow up and he has these tendencies and she doesn't want to put herself at risk?
I think her subconscious knew that, and I think she didn't want to get married, and then now I think she's going to find a man, and she's going to go, oh wow, I do want to get married, and it's going to be like she'll find. I'm just saying, after she heals, I think she's going to find the right person if she wants to find the right person, and then she's going to realize that she wanted to get married.
I think it'll be a woman.
I heard it was a woman already. Didn't we hear
I think she's screwed dudes just to piss him off, and then go be with whoever you want to be with, but like to get under him. Dude, I don't care. I'm a little vindictive with him right now. Like I'd be doing people that was screwing him over. I know, and I can't. I keep the way my thing is. I can't pull it. I would have to make that noise.
I don't think I could do it. I was going to try.
And then I would have to do the same. If you because if you drop down, then I won't be able to get you back up. All right, I could do it from my other device, but I'm going to make that stupid noise again. Okay, over here.
Oh, I see some growth in some of the castmates. Like, I like seeing Sheena as a mom. She looks really good as a mom.
No, kitty cat.
Yes, I love Sheena's
like
family.
the guy that she married.
I love Brock. I love Sheena. You're so right. I really love her. I love that she went from being a hoorez to a freaking housewife.
Yeah.
She did the transition seamlessly. Mm-hmm. She did good.
And it's a second marriage, but you could tell he worshiped the ground that girl walks on, okay? He's all about her.
Yeah, all about Sheena. She deserves it too.
She deserves
because,
it.
After you've been a hoorez, you think you don't deserve it. But you do deserve it. But sometimes hoorez don't get it because they don't think they deserve it. But when you finally get it, like this hoorez, then yeah, definitely.
And I don't know why Lala and James just don't be together. They get on my nerves playing in our face. Y'all know y'all messing around. You know that's your sneaker link when you in between time.
Oh.
I just wish they stopped playing. Hello. Hi.
Hi, sorry.
Everybody mute.
What's good, DT?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Krista Marie. Hi, Naughty Love. Hi, Laga. How are you all?
Hi, how
excellent.
Thank you.
Not too bad. I just wanted to say, first of all, I haven't seen the show in like a couple of years. But most of the dynamics I've been watching in regards to the show have been from, reviews by Laga and others in regards to the show. So I was just like, the same exact dynamics are happening since, the show started, which is just like we couldn't find anything else to do. But that's how I was feeling. And I think I do agree with you all in regards to, the bromance dynamics, Tom's, Schwartz's, like Schwartz being an a-hole and everything else in between. So yeah, just wanted to say that.
Right.
No, I mean, I also feel too with Southern Charm, they have the same thing going on down there. Like it's like you said, the Good Old Boys Club. Like it's
exactly.
It's the Good Old Boys Club, but I don't expect them to rival each other. I just expect them to act with integrity and morals and all that crap. Stop. And if you want to do what you want to do, then don't be in relationships and drag people into it that don't want to be a part of that. Be who you are at our age and be happy. Like, you're obviously not happy. Right. Then go be who you want to be with and do your thing at our age. Like, why marry 5 times with Jim Evans? You know what I mean? If you want to do your thing, like, I don't understand. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to the wives. It's like, like Sandoval. If that's really who you are, dude, then go be who you are. Why are you going to try
exactly?
Like, to be real and stop, without our production hats on, to be like about real life. Like, if she's really getting help, Raquel, Rachel, whatever, good for her, because it's obvious it's dangerous for her to be even living on her own. To be honest, because she can't even make good hygiene decisions for herself.
What are you
I'm
talking
saying,
about
like, it's just,
He doesn't. She's what?
just the stuff Sheeta was saying, and like when she stayed at her house. It just, just things that you don't do when you are staying and watching somebody's house. You don't have sex on their counter and leave it there, and then have sex.
Well,
in
yeah,
their bed
exactly.
or you don't
Exactly.
Doing all that.
Yeah, and admitted to it like it was no big deal. Like, I'm like, wait a minute.
I mean, like, it's okay for you to
What did
have,
she think was
to
supposed
do
to
the
clean it
activities
up?
on your counter. To do those kind of
Absolutely.
activities on your
Was
counter.
supposed to clean it up.
I mean, clean it
Yeah.
up. I hang from the rooftop. I don't care.
That's
Swing to the
that's an
chandeliers. Have
absolute
it just flow
violation.
everywhere. Clean it up.
That's
It's a
nasty.
gross
Exactly.
violation, but she admits it and doesn't clean it up. That's where the problem goes, Like, the problem lies
Noah would have
is
never known, but she obviously wanted someone to know.
but she doesn't think it's a problem. That's why. And I really don't think she thinks that's a problem. And that's where I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not even safe for you to be on your own. You're 28. That's common decision making isn't right. And you obviously have other issues. I feel like her
It's
family
common
does
sense.
I just, maybe I'm being too hard on her, but I just feel like it's not safe for her to be by her, like, trying to make everyday life decisions and not having some type of like guidance, and not Sandoval, saying, yeah, you're doing the right thing, baby. Like, you're doing the right thing. It's all good. We're right.
Scandoval can
Like,
be quite mesmerizing. I think to somebody like
I
Sheena,
agree.
after especially coming off of James, Sandoval can be quite mesmerizing and captivating. And if you capture his attention, and Ariana's right there, her natural competitiveness as a pageant girl that may have kicked
Oh,
in
yeah.
and overtook everything else, and she turned into like pageant, I'll take your manner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Your
that's
best friend.
basically what it is. It's like a whole other kind of competition since she aged out of being Miss California worthy. You know what I'm saying? And maybe and remember, she said that she was having a hard time identifying. She didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know who she was. She said all that in the first or second episode of this season. And so for her to then act out so extremely is
A
obviously
consequence
part
of
of
that.
what,
Yeah.
yes, you see what I'm saying? So that's part of also why she knows it's wrong, but also she already said she didn't know who she was. So if you don't know who you are, and the only thing you've ever been is in competition with other girls for the crown or for a prize, then what are you going to do? You're going to be in competition with all the girls that you have access to for the crown or for the prize. And so she's going after these guys. Well, not even after, but making her know. It was like kind of after.
Her best
Lala
friends
said he's
do.
cute. Lala said he's cute, and she said, he is cute. And by the end of it, she's like, well, he's hot. You know what I'm saying? So
I said he's hot.
hey,
It's
at least she asked though. So she asked
also
sometime.
signs of depression that she was showing, the hypersexuality
Yes.
and things.
Yes,
like
it's
that.
part of it.
I'm glad
It's
she
part
got
of
it.
trauma. She's
And
acting
I could
out, you
tell from
guys.
the first episode,
Exactly.
when things were by the bathroom, that
Yeah.
she wasn't over it. She was ready to cry, right? And he's just sitting in her face like, "What? I've moved on. What?"
Yeah.
But
He was
didn't you
being
cry
so
when they were trying to kick? When
mean to
everyone was
her.
trying to kick you out of the group, and I
Mhm.
you, James, but you didn't have no compassion for this girl. And notice they always choose young, impressionable girls that don't have a lot of experience in life to bring on this show. Jax did it with his now current wife. Remember how
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was? And she was happy with just a boob job, and he can do whatever
Yeah.
he wants. Okay.
Well,
He can
that's
still
the
do
thing.
that.
That's
Boobs.
yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to say,
I'll
just to follow on. Just to follow on what Naughty Love Movement said, that's actually true. They always bring those young, impressionable girls on because they're so easy to control. If you look at how they've treated them, it's like they're not seen as actual humans that they would partner with for, a long time. They're seen as people that they can control and they can manipulate using their various manly ways. It's not really about an actual relationship with equal sides. It's more about the power dynamics of which girl that they control easily. And I think that's a big reason why Faith didn't really fit within the group, was because she was already her own independent self in comparison to a lot of the young impressionable girls that were on like Lala and all of them.
I mean, and look, it didn't work with Schwartz and Katie, because Katie's like, nope, ain't right. Like Katie, and I for the longest time, I was so against her. I thought she was like the meanest person in the world, and I did feel for her in that marriage. But now I'm really seeing how bad it was, because now, like, we were all snowed by Schwartz too. And she was right. Everybody loves him. I mean, he's the fun guy, the great guy. Everybody thinks he's so great, and I'm such a monster. Mm-hmm. So, like, the emotional toll that takes on you because it's your husband, like. And you're screaming that I'm not crazy. Mm-hmm.
Katie is a monster. I still don't discount her behavior either. She needs to be accountable for her actions. She hasn't been.
She does.
Outside of Shorts, how she acts within the girlfriend group, she's a bully.
She is. Yeah. She is. That's what I mean. But like, that's all true too. Both things are true. Yeah, both things are true. She absolutely
exactly
is. That's why I don't like her. But I also see the being who she is and having that mentality and trying to make herself be heard, that she just can't do it because of the way she expresses herself. And Schwartz is like, no, you're mean.
Schwartz has been the same way. He never grew.
That's what I mean.
I think Katie married the possibilities and not the reality. She never required him to grow up. She never required him to be responsible. So how are you going to get married and think that's going to change?
Well, she didn't want a husband. She wanted a son.
She wanted the
Let's be honest here.
For the show, because she was in competition on who's going to get married first. Remember?
Yeah. She wanted someone she could mother over, not someone she sees as an equal partner.
And she did get married first, because then Stassi got married and Kristen never got married.
Mm-hmm.
The witch is a WeHo.
Yeah. I also don't like the way they treated Kristen at the end either. Like, they're such a bully. The way they were supposed to be her best friend, and when she was breaking up with that guy, and they were telling her how wrong it was the way she was doing it, and you're still hanging out with them, but now you're calling us crying about it. Well, that's what best friends do. They call you and cry you about it, and you don't tell them how to break up. You're doing it wrong. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so mean. But I'm saying she's definitely, and Tom's right about her, but like, again, you guys are like, I knew that they loved each other. They just don't like each other. But like, again, Tom's also being to other people in his life besides her too. Like Schwartz. Like,
definitely, I agree with that.
I was like, wow, dude, you're not the nice guy I thought you were. I was like, how many times is it going to take for me to be like, oh, now we found out January, not that bad. Oh, well, now we found out in August, Krista. Yeah, maybe Sandoval like snowed him, but I'm like, well, Krista, come on.
I'm like, no, it's just coming with Scandoval. Like one week I like him, the next week I'm like, asshole. I can't stand short.
And exactly, and I'm like, man, is there one good guy in this person? There's one good person in this whole thing, and I'm like, no, we're just oblivious and okay with it. And now we're hearing everybody knew, not that they knew, but everybody's like, guys, something's going on, and people are like, no.
Well, you know what? Shame on them too. Then shame on them for calling Ariana their so-called best friend and not pulling her coattail about her man and her so-called friend sooner than National 10 freaking V.
I called you all crazy
said
too.
Something. I don't know Ariana to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, this is ridiculous. So if they're gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, it was so obvious. Oh my God. I mean, you could just smell it on him. Oh, why didn't you tell your best friend Ariana?
Because I called you all crazy and said there's no way.
Pretending like she's all Raquel's best friend all of a sudden. When did that happen? We saw him hang out a couple of times, and she came to the puppy party and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I don't really think that they were like friends for them to be all of a sudden like, oh, that's her friend. You know, why didn't you tell your friend? That's your friend, not her friend. Why didn't you tell your friend that the person you thought was her friend is smashing her man in your thoughts? Like, why didn't you bring that up before we have to have this whole Scandoval? Because a real friend would have taken the risk so that it wouldn't blow up into a Scandoval, because this shit is embarrassing unless you did bring it up in a way and they sat on it anyway so that a Scandoval could happen. And now she's doing all kind of movies and stuff, and it's catapulted her into the stratosphere, and him too by proxy. And even Raquel is going to end up blowing up. Even if she only ends up being the Monica Lewinsky of it all, she's going to still end up blowing up and going down in reality TV history of this with the Smash Award of history.
No, they're actually nominated for a People's Choice Award. The rest is
Right?
actually not for something. They're nominated for something this now, all of a sudden.
Right?
For this.
Really?
I don't, yeah, I think that's a lot of thinking ahead to do, planning ahead to do, really, honestly. I just think that there's just a lot of friendships, thinking people are their friends and they're not. Like, I think there's just a lot of confusion on what real friends are and what work people are, and what your real friend in life would be, what a work friend is, or just people that you have drinks with every once in a while. Like, oh, they're my friends. But, like, you know who a friend is.
People, this is why you don't sleep with people you work with, because you end up miserable.
Exactly. I agree. And people are just like, this is why you do not date your coworkers or befriend your coworkers like they are,
unless it's
like they're actual friends.
I learned the hard way. Oh, that was horrible. I need to write the book. Ooh, I just remembered that. The hard way with the Claytons. Oh, it was so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. At first, it's like, oh, this is so exciting.
You had that experience, Kurt?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, it's over now. We can move on to Friday Night Confessionals.
Girl, we were on the parking deck doing it everywhere. Like, we found like abandoned floors in the building and meet.
Oh, the cat is so cute.
It was fun until it wasn't fun. So we broke up. We had to look at it.
Right.
When the excitement's over and you're like, oh shit, now you're actually living with me. Oh God.
And what I was chasing that thrill with Curves, like that thrill. It was exciting. Like, oh my
It was
God.
exciting. There was a little one that this is the Turnette. I could
exactly.
So let's just say I have tried a number of things.
It's Friday Night Confessionals. Go ahead, girl. We're good.
Right.
You live your life. I lived my life first. Okay?
Right.
I got some
exactly. Exactly.
Now I'm settled, but I'm glad I had those experiences. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
I grew from my experiences. I didn't keep repeating the same pattern.
That's the point of experience, right? Yeah, just you repeat it or don't repeat it. And if you incorporate it, then you usually sorry.
Oh, no, I just want to say I'm going to drop down. Okay. But it was really lovely to see you all, and thank you for having me up here.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling.
All right. Thank you all. I will.
Aaron's like my innocent ears.
Right?
I know.
I felt there were innocent ears in the chat. Therefore, I didn't say exactly.
I'm so sorry, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, did we say too much?
You guys?
No. Aaron's probably just joking. Yeah, she said LOL. She's just joking.
Yeah.
She knows us.
Aaron has a bunch of siblings. She knows what it is. Okay, she's from
right.
Okay.
She also knows she's from literally. She's Delco, girls. Well, Large's like, what does that mean? Naughty. She's Delco. Okay, she's a Delco chick. She's nuts.
I love Erin. I call her my YouTube guardian angel.
She is. She's my friend guardian angel, my YouTube guardian angel.
I know. You got her on camera. I seen your old videos.
Oh yeah, I had her on Whose Side Are You On all for like months. She was my glass half full.
Oh,
so sweet. But do you think this group will ever grow up, you guys? Honest opinion.
I feel like they're screwed at this point because I don't think any of them trust each other now.
And Jax is next. I'm sorry.
Somebody needs
Jax
to
can
sleep with
only
him.
hold out for so long, I believe. Jax is kind of the reason Jax is reacting so viscerally to all of this. Like, man, aren't you a dad? Like, go play soccer or something, dude. Like, why are you so like,
Why?
"Ah?"
Why,
Except
Roger?
for you want that smoke. He wants to be the one with that kind of smoke. That's what he wants. That's what
He's just
he's
glad that he's got something to go, ha ha ha. And so now it's on you. Like, you know what I mean? Now he's got a reason to say Sandoval's a dick, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
reveling in the pain and all that crap. He's not feeling sorry for anybody.
Well, that's
He's not.
because Sandoval used to throw him under the bus. Remember, I told you back in the day, he always used to snitch on Jack. So now he's just going to wallow in it. Can you be mad? You know what I mean? You don't treat people how you don't want to be treated. Don't put the energy out that you don't want back.
Well, he did sleep with his girlfriend, though.
Did you see this?
Which one? What? I'm scared. It's Friday. Bravo screws us on Friday. Is it something? What is it?
Becomes the first state to completely ban TikTok on all.
No way.
They already, you can't even. I'm upset. You want to know why, Curse? Because I have almost 7,000 followers on TikTok.
Well, I hope they can all come follow you to your other platform.
No, that's what I'm gonna go live this weekend and tell everybody like follow.
I'm scared.
On TikTok, I'm banned from going live. I'm like,
oh, they put you in. One time they did it and they really didn't have any reason. I was talking about
they never have a reason.
Regulars, they don't have to have a reason.
They've never taken me back. My old person, the person I used to be, formerly known as the harsh reality, they never took her back.
I'm gonna try to get my evil twin back. My Bigo?
Yeah.
I got banned from Bigo.
You got banned from Bigo?
Oh yeah. I went on there drunk one night and someone pissed me off and they reported me.
Oh no.
Listen, the Zach Pack reported me for like 6 months.
That would be awesome if we could automatically like migrate followers to subscribers on other platforms, auto, like wouldn't that be great? Like a transition.
With that software, that sounds like an eviction. You need to patent that ASAP. That's right there.
Shark Tank. Nobody take her ideas. She said it here first.
Yeah, nobody take my idea. I said it here first. This is the copyright. My name's LRGA Curves. And I just said that idea right now at 5:03 p.m. on 4/14/2023 here in California, and it is Sacramento County.
And that's the importance of handling your business, people. If you have a brand, protect your brand, okay?
Yeah.
Unless you piss a lot of people off and do shadow banned, and then you have to change your whole algorithm. No.
Like it was another it was a supporter. I met her on YouTube streets and I noticed in the comments she was Naughty Nikki, right? And so she came up and introduced herself like, oh my god, I saw you up here. I wanted to, because I was Naughty Nikki, but I changed it because you're Naughty Love. And I said thank you for honoring and respecting that because I'm trademarking LLC, boo.
Right.
You gotta protect your
brand. I know that feeling.
On all levels.
I know that feeling.
Because I have like 25,000 over there. If they come over here, that'd be great.
I wish wouldn't that be great? No, I don't have anything.
Girls, I'm just gonna go live like all different times of the day and push people over.
Listen, that's what started happening when I realized I was like when I was posting on my other links or linking these on my other social medias, my link wasn't clickable, right? So like I'm like, why aren't you guys subscribing? Like I see all you guys like, watching my stuff, and then I realized it wasn't working, and it's too much work for a lot of people to click it, come over to your channel, hit subscribe, then watch the video. Like they want to just be like, you know what I mean? So it's like once I realized that worked, that's what helped. But they're still not catching up at all. It's not like nothing compared to like my YouTube channel. It's nothing compared to, like you said, the other platforms we have with followers.
Yeah,
like, I wish it would just completely. It did a little bit, but it's kind of stopped now. But yeah,
I'm gonna miss TikTok because I do a lot of editing with TikTok.
Or you're not. I mean, maybe we'll have another conversation about it because I was a little worried about it. But I'm like, am I doing something to worry about? Am I just, you know what I mean? Too much of a level-y conspiracy person. It's like, should I really should I be worried about having TikTok? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, what's your next point on the show here? Let's get in.
I mean, I feel like now. I mean, like I try to recap. Every time I try to recap it, I'm like, well, it's pointless because none of this means anything.
Recaps are hard. Recaps are hard.
Well, it's just everything I know. Just like, yeah. But I don't know. I just at this point, I'm kind of glad that she's whatever's getting help that she needs. I'm a little upset with them trying to take a break now, but hey, whatever. It's not my circus or my monkey anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, like talk about it. Like, I feel like this show is a little bit ruined for me, but whatever. I'm just emotional about it, and. Yeah, I mean, I was going to recap it, but at this point, it's like, after an hour and a half, it's only us on here at this point.
I mean, how many seasons do you think they can really keep going on like this? Isn't it getting like a bit redundant at this point? They're doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe me and Jason were like at the very beginning, the first episode, we're like, it's amazing again. Oh my God, we loved it. We loved it. Everything's great. And we're like, me and Large, we're like, yeah, it's so great. We're so great. And then Scandoval happened. I'm like,
yeah,
like it was
like
great, but it really did. Yeah, it's like, well, that hijacked everything from Porcina and everything else we could have had going on. But again, maybe I'm just
like all the other Bravo shows.
Oh, let's not even talk. Like, I'm so sick of Jersey. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It is exhausting, but I have to do it.
Like, I don't have to before the season's over. Before the season's over, mock it. Watch what's gonna happen. Something on the Jersey thing is going to end up coming out postseason. Just like all the other Bravo shows are imploding. All of them.
They always do it to us. They drag us like in between or they close to it. We get all the nuggets and we're like, oh, that really happened. Guess what? Did you hear this happen? We can't wait for it to come on.
So she's already married to the guy, IRL, right? She's married to that Louis guy, IRL. Like in real life, they're already married.
Like, I don't know. Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're legally married. I haven't found.
Oh, really?
I keep forgetting to do the check. I keep forgetting to check that. I just honestly, I'm not going to do it because I don't need her coming after me. I'm done with them. Like, I'm done arguing on their behalf. I don't need to dig up anything else on her. Like, at this point, I think everybody's starting to see what I've been talking about, hopefully, or maybe I'm still crazy. Who are you guys talking about? I'm sorry, I'm a little. We moved on to Jersey a little bit. I'm just saying, like, I'm just getting exhausted with, like, I'm exhausted with Vanderpump now. I'm exhausted with Jersey now because I'm sick of Gorga versus Giudice. And
I think that it's time for Giudice to go. I think Giudice should go. And if she can carry her own Caroline Manzo in the family or Tardy for the Party type production, then let her have it. She needs to be off of Real Housewives. And period.
Wait, are you sick of Dolores too? Because I'm sick of her too.
Dolores can go. Dolores can go be her friend that always stops by on the other show. She doesn't need to be back over here. And let Jennifer. Ooh, Jennifer would love that. Let it be. Jennifer sometimes comes and climbs up the outside of the house to get to Teresa inside because she can't stand being away from her. Let them get that on film for some stuff because she is like obsessed with Teresa.
How dare you call somebody?
Just to hear about what's been going on and see the clips, I'm just like,
Teresa and Louis are.
Jennifer's trying way too hard. Teresa is daft. Louis is suspect. The girls are out of hand. The Gorgas are, I don't really know yet with the Gorgas. They used to be my faves, but I'm hearing some things that is going on IRL that is like, you did what? You know what I mean? So now I'm like all like this over there, right?
Me too, girlfriend. Me too. Listen, how dare you call somebody a rat when you're sitting there being the biggest rat of all, Jennifer Aiden? You are literally co-signing a rat's behavior and then begging somebody to rat like Jennifer Aiden and Danielle. And then Jennifer Aiden does rat And you're talking about somebody else being a rat. When the
I
whole
lost
reason,
all respect for Jennifer when she let
Yeah.
Danielle back her into a corner. She didn't have to do much prying. Oh, well, I really don't want to do this because this was done with me last year, but I'm going to do it anyway. I was done.
Yep.
Because you could have
It's like-
walked out that room.
She is Teresa's minion. That's why. She does for
Yeah,
everyone.
it's
And Teresa's
amazing.
like, thank God you're all doing it for me.
She must fart glitter or something the way Jennifer's up their ass so far.
I'm
I
thinking,
think they scared of her for whatever reason. I don't even know why. Maybe because she went to prison. Who cares? Like,
no, they think that that's a ticket to stay.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And she's getting into another controlling situation like her first marriage. She's repeating the same pattern because she's yearning for her mama and daddy's love. Okay.
How dare you make him your manager and have all of your checks signed over to him now? What? What?
Like I said, dumb as bricks.
Yeah, her dwell is not deep.
From your first time when you got locked up behind your husband?
I was like, huh? And here I go saying, Louis a good businessman, at least that. He might be a little crazy, but then Nono's pajamas screwed me up. And then I find out he's her manager. That's screwing me up. And I'm like, Krista, fire your ass now. Krista, you're fired. You're not allowed to do this job anymore. Because, like, you literally, your picker is off. I was all sticking up. Look, I got no problem with his love for Teresa. That Lulu Dog's got good love for her, whatever. But I feel like his wheels have got twisted and Bravo Land got in his head. And he's, like, making all kinds of weird-ass decisions, like making her his manager, being her manager, thinking this is going to last forever or something. I think he banks on this lasting forever. Like, you became her manager. What does she do besides this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, a ghostwriter? I mean, what does she do besides this? And Andy's pissed. I don't think he's ready to fire. I think he's ready to get rid of Gorga and Judas. Like, I think he's done. Like, I think he's like, screw you guys. I am a therapist.
How many reasons can we argue about the same thing? Just say y'all don't get along and live your separate lives.
I agree with Alyssa on that.
The kids come together. Don't divide the kids. Let the kids be cousins. And you adults be adults. And you step aside and let these kids have their relationship.
They're not stopping them. It's the... I'm not going to say it because it's mean. Because most of the kids are good kids. That's why. It's a shame. Because they just don't want to. It's like emotional boundaries that they have to be crossed if you go into Teresa's life. Like, she'll hurt you. You'll get hurt by her lack of awareness at how she hurts people. So, and her kids are just the same way, unfortunately. I love the girl.
If people say it's lack of awareness, I say she just doesn't care how she affects people, period. Her daughters. I just feel like every time she opens up her mouth to say something, it's just going to be like air coming out of her mouth, like immediately. I'm like, what did you just say? Like, I just feel less smart when I hear her.
It's like, let me watch that again. What did she just say? I gotta watch it again. I'm trying to find, like, but Krista, are you the dumb one? Because I don't follow what's happening. What did she just say? Caroline's sister's Teresa, what? Teresa? Caroline's Danielle's mother's sister's brother's married to Danielle's what? Teresa? Like, it's confusing enough, but then getting the Teresa explanation, it's like, no, I still don't understand.
I still don't even understand why the Manzos keep coming up on this show, and they haven't been there in years. Why is that even still a point of contention? Like, I
don't know.
Yeah, what's up with that? You know, that's Teresa for you, making freaking mountains out of molehills.
She wanted nothing more than Caroline's acceptance. Remember?
Yeah. Teresa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when she wouldn't give it to her, all that stuff went down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a whole lot of stuff. That's when it was good. I'm like, are they tied to the mom?
It was good. I loved it.
I mean?
Daniel Staub. I used to love Daniel Staub. Did you guys like her?
No, I didn't like her.
I don't like.
I like that she got them all.
I don't like Crimey. I don't like Crimey.
Oh, she definitely was a good pot stirrer.
Yeah, I like that she got them all stirred. They were all like.
She was kind of like the Kenya Moore of the Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, she did good at that. She did good. She totally did. Remember, she was playing pool and she walked over.
She was to skin her wear like last year's Versace.
And they were like, ooh, get a load of her. That's why she was like, you prostitution. Oh, Wes.
See, I liked Danielle. I was so upset with her. I liked her in the beginning because I thought it was a mean girl of them. What they did to her was very, very bullying.
Yeah.
For the lifestyle they live. How dare you judge? But like whatever, we can all be the same, whatever. But like you're judging. But then after she moved the way she moved after that, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
because she
there was
wasn't on the show
definitely
anymore. Then you don't move like that.
before and
Like,
after.
yeah, you're not getting paid to move like that anymore, girlfriend. So let's not.
Yeah.
Be calling typists on people.
And I think Melissa trying to take over. She's not doing a good job at it, but I think she's trying to take over Kim G role. Remember how she used to always give the fashion shows every year and stuff like that. But I think it's epic fail on Melissa's part. I mean, like I think she got another mock store or something because her store in Montclair is 5 minutes from my house. I'm telling you, it was never open.
Thank you. And I don't like the clothes.
Really?
I thought the clothes would be, and they're not that cute. As far as I'm concerned, I could go to Jake.
It looks like Fashion Nova with somebody else's tag.
We're like Jake Jill.
You're better off going to Shein or you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Fashion
Nova, Shein and Boho for summer stuff for like a quick festival or party or whatever.
$80 for this shirt that is like $10 on Shein.
Yeah, exactly. Sheree.
Yeah, like, why should I pay you $200 for a workout outfit? Girl, have you lost your ever loving? Did you forget that you're broke? And see, that's the thing. They get on these platforms and they think But what about She by Sheree is worth all that money? It just makes no.
Right.
It's not even spring, summer, and winter either. Spring,
well, that's
not
what
any of that.
tells you the fashion industry is watered down at this point. Any and everybody's trying to have their own fashion line,
right?
Things like that. And I'm telling you, you could go to the wholesale district and get all of that stuff for a quarter the price.
I know. Look, Shein's my best friend.
I used to love the Material District.
I know. I reached out to them to try to become like a Shein ambassador or something.
Oh, girl. I would love to girl, hook me up now.
And I love the flash sales at like 3. Their flash sales at like 3 in the morning. You can get like 3 dresses for like $20.
Yeah, and then you get your points, your coupon points. You get your I'm telling you. And then your coupons. Oh my God, guys! I turned into a pumpkin.
Time for me to get ready for my Friday night shenanigans.
I know, and it's 8:30, guys. I'm in bed by now usually.
Seriously?
Girl, why do you think I'm not alive at nighttime? And it's 3 in the morning. I'm not just I'm just waking up. I'm not up all night. I'm literally getting up at 4 in the morning with my husband, and then that's my day starts. So by 5, that's why I was like, girls, please let me do it earlier. Yeah, you'll realize.
A lot of times you go live, I'm in the midst of work, I'm missing her, but I'll try to get
I know
later, it'll be better for.
I know. I need to listen. I've been saying it since I started this. My ass needs to start I don't know, take a nap during a day, or I don't know, try to stay awake. I have no idea. But people are like, why are you up all night? I see you at 4 in the morning. I'm like, no, I'm in bed by 5. That's just me getting up and I'm alive. That's I'm my best at that time for some reason. But yeah, I'm fading fast right now. But guys, thank you so much for calling. I love you guys being here.
I love you.
My crew.
Everybody have a good weekend. Yes. And I'll be going live from my gram tonight. Okay.
Yes.
Echo curve.
Everybody follow Larger Curves, LRGA Curves, and Naughty Move. The Naughty Love Movement 2020, right? Yes.
Yeah.
YouTube, guys, and all the other stuff too. All the socials, we're on all of them. So yes, come follow us, subscribe to us. Thank you guys for coming. I'm getting out and leaving with them. We're all leaving together, guys. So bye, everybody. Love you guys.
Bye.
I'll talk to you soon. You guys, comment, subscribe, all that crap. Yeah.